Welcome to 108 Gate. This is the Divine Feminine reading, but before we get into that, Divine Masculine reading is up in two parts. It demonstrates pretty clearly what was being mentioned in the message about demonic interference of energies. There you go. I can't even get the words out because there's just so much energy just not wanting it to come in, wanting to keep self in that pen that we speak about in Divine Masculine reading. The reason I'm saying this now before we go into the Divine Feminine reading is because it's about bringing up that courage, bringing up that strength, making sure that you have what you need to let you get over these bigger hurdles, higher hurdles. There may be metaphorically energetic gusts of wind coming at you while you're trying to jump over this hurdle, different kind of interferences. The first part was interrupted, doesn't matter about why, what, but the thing was just to keep going. Did I pull it down? Did I want to start again? Just thought, keep going, put the part two in, you'll understand it. And it kind of fit in with exactly the message that it's saying. So, here now, Divine Feminine reading, feeling like the things that are going to happen practically as you're moving forward are going to impact your emotions, and to keep your emotions steady. Again, the same analogy, if you didn't see the other Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine from the other day, it'll be in the playlist. And that analogy again of if you're in an F1 car, you are in the vehicle that has the potential to go very fast, very quick, but you need to know how to navigate the road. You need to know how to navigate around the controls of the car. You need to know how you are going to respond. So not only do you have the external, you have the actual vehicle in which you're going in, aka the body, and then you have your internal with your subconscious, consciousness, your emotions, and all that fun stuff in there. So you've got to make sure that they're all flowing easily together, that they are communicating appropriately. So you are interacting with the environment and making sure your environment is not bringing up any negativity that you don't need, and it's actually supporting your growth, it's supporting your healthy development and healthy growth. So let's get into this. The Divine Feminine reading is kind of like what just happened, deer in headlights, bunny in headlights kind of vibe, because of some of the physical and actual tangible 3D, third dimension stuff changing, that the emotions are going to have to shift even faster on multi-dimensions. This is, as you know, definitely one of those quantum times, and you know how much I love quantum. Really, really dig the quantum. So, also, if you want to check out the astrology of this, we talked about that. I talked about that in the Divine Masculine, but I'm going to go. I've got the chart up ready to make sure that anything that's relevant to the Divine Feminine, we will look at that too. So remember, this is your feminine and your masculine within you. If this is playing out externally, because there were some things that I was listening back to, they do and they can play out externally, internally for certain people. I'm getting feedback about that. So you let it be relevant to you if it is relevant. If it's not, then let it go. It's not this is a one size fits all. This is a buffet. You take what you need. If you don't need it, then just don't take it. See it as, how is it nurturing me? If it's not nurturing me, then just don't take it on. Don't take on stuff we don't need to. This is just literally to get your mind functioning, to get your mind moving. As we're watching passive TV, we often just get bombarded with the messages. Here, I really encourage you to take that time to think for yourself. Is this relevant to me or not? Why am I getting so defensive? Why do I disagree with this so much? Letting that disagreement inform you of more of what you do, therefore, believe in and believe is relevant for you. So, let's get in. So you've got desire. What are you desiring? Where's this desire coming from? Is it coming from a healthy place or an unhealthy place? Right, so bring in compassion. For all of those unhealthy desires that we have, bring in some compassion and understand that there may be a reason why that unhealthy desire is there, be it for food or something rude, I don't know. Whatever it is. I'm going to just go through it. I'm going to let the dog bark as much as it wants. It can do its thing. So, Stanley is being, I'm not even gonna get there. Right, let it keep going. Sorry, apologies, but at the same time, I'm not gonna muzzle the dog to get through a reading, so we're letting it be what it is. So remembrance, the memories that are going to come up as we are looking into habits, looking into how things affect us, how they impact us, and then just going through it, pushing through it as the best we can to make sure that we are literally how it's happening right now. The dog is getting more and more sensitive to the reading. So anyway, be more attentive, be more assertive, being compassionate, because when we do have certain habits that are seen as unhealthy, that are considered unhealthy, what is it that we are easing? What is it that we are appeasing? What is it that we're trying to soothe? What is it that we're trying to ignore? What is it that we're trying to work through when we have those things happening and coming up? Right. So, going into... Hello, doggy. Going into the details of this energy and wondering how to change these. Let's go deeper. So we've got the King of Wands. Right, so the actions can follow from the... Oh, wow. Wait. That was a really strong flip of a card. 2 cards. Very strange way of happening. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. Okay. So... the King of Wands going very headstrong into this, and the feminine, divine feminine energy wanting to bring some change about, wanting to bring in that beautiful, supportive and empowered energy from the divine masculine into the emotions, letting the emotions become more of something that works for you, works with you and favours you, as opposed to something that's hindering you or keeping you detrimental, in a detrimental space. So a good way of doing that is to look at your habits. Right. Slow right down. I can feel the speed just like getting faster and faster. And again, it's like that thing of you're in a fast car. Don't go into like fifth, sixth, or whatever gear before you know how to actually turn the wheel, before you know how to put the brake on. Slowing right down, so you're going to have conflict coming up as you are pushing forward, as you are allowing yourself to evolve and move forward into a healthier space. King of Wands, feminine energies definitely want their emotional well-being, emotional strength to be of a higher quality too, of a stronger nature too. And when you're doing that, you're going to have certain situations that are going to provoke the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups feeling like the remorse and the regret. It feels like it's on its side because you're not holding on to some of those energies of remorse and regret anymore, because you're seeing it's not worth your while. You're seeing it's not going to be something that you allow to hold you back or down anymore. But as you allow that to come in, somebody has to be accountable. Something has to. So if you have a one unit of remorse and then you remove that, where is it going to go? Where is it going to transmute into? Somebody has to be accountable, or there's going to be a counter force, counter energy from that, and it's going to come up possibly as something that's conflicting, something that's going to be either conflicting within you and you need to deal with, which then would make sense as to why you have certain habits, or it's going to be coming externally towards you. And therefore it's going to be something that you have to contend with externally. Therefore there may be information or insight about why you have certain habits with particular people, or a habitual response to particular people. This is an absolutely zinger, or what they call, I don't know what they're called, blinder. This is an actual, like, really, really good vibe. I can't think of a good word that it's coming in. The vibe is coming in, but I can't think of the word that's coming in. It's really I don't want to keep saying empowering. It's not just empowering, it's special, it's unique, it's insightful, it's rich, it's luscious in the nurturing energies that it wants to bring in. It's delightfully proud, but in a good way. I don't know why I said but. So if you've been proud but people are proud in a negative way, and you've kind of latched onto that or taken some of that on, what does it mean to be proud in a positive way? So King of Wands, we're going to get one to see what he wants to do in the feminine space. So much energy. Got Moon in Taurus, 24 degrees right now. So emotions, really, really hard hitting emotions, really adamant and grounded emotions, really kind of feeling rough and ready and real, tangible kind of within you now. So with this going in, the divine feminine energy definitely feels like, right, with all this insight that we're getting from the divine masculine space, we need to do something with this. We need to put it forward and then go into our Empress space. So glad this has come in. As we go into our Empress space, making sure we are aware of what we desire, how we desire it, why we desire it. Is it a healthy way of desiring it? Is it not? And then being assertive and compassionate with ourselves, because as we remember some of these things, it's not going to be bringing up the most pleasant memories. Some of them will be, most of them won't. So if we have bad habits and we look to where they started, where they got really bad, where they got quite detrimental to self, they're not going to be the healthiest thing to be looking back on. It's okay, because this is going to be informing you of how far you've come and also where you can progress forward. So as you're doing that, there are going to be quite a few stings in the memory, in the emotions, in the heart, but it's definitely going to be worthwhile you utilising this with the configuration astrologically that's happening right now, so that you can use Mars at 1 degree Sagittarius, and it's going to be going towards a galactic centre. This is power. This is energy. This is alchemy energy at its fine, well, example of it's being at its finest. One of the examples of it being at its finest, because you literally got Mars, which is a fire sign, which is a fire and kind of heat, is the sign for Aries, and that's going into Sagittarius at 1 degree. Is at 1 degree now, and then we've got Chiron, which is at 15 degrees Aries in retrograde. So the retrograde aspect, you can literally, the way it's coming in, you can utilise as just allowing. So if you had, for example, you had a really bad videotape, you're taping something, the old videotapes or whatever, and you just take the reel out, and you can just literally start taking that reel out as if you just pulling it out yourself. Pull those quantum strings of negativity out, release them, pull them out, and let it go. Let it go. Fabulous energy. So last one over here, because I have to get to be somewhere. We have 9 of coins. Building up your value of this. It's not the 10 of coins, but it is 9 of coins. Very, very good. So building up your strength, building up your values, building up value of self, building up value of you, putting yourself as a top contender in your favourites list. Be your best friend, be your best ally, be your strongest ally, and learn from that. Allow it to inform you of what you can do next. So I'm going to leave it there, because there's a lot, and plus there's the part 1 and part 2 of the Divine Masculine reading. Also, you have all the next month's and this month's, if you want to check them again for the end of this month, because it is quite strong. And then you've got next month's monthly readings up, so check those out in the different playlists for each zodiac sign. So for now, enjoy this vibe. It's absolutely fantastic. There's so much to be had from it, and I'm sure we're going to be using this swoop, this wave of energy coming in to our advantage. And see you soon. Peace and love.